Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today the plan is to go back into Vermintide once again, kind of just see what we can do about the Doomwheel. Or, well, maybe get destroyed by it. I am gonna kind of go in with another marking party and see what I can do about that, just to kind of test out a few new heroes. Maybe we'll do something about it, maybe we won't. Just kind of getting a few things that I really don't like around here. I think most of these will be forced interacting with Kyrios, so that's why Rasputin went in, that's why Boudica's going in right now. I think this one is. I'm actually not entirely sure, but actually I think I had a few on Wilhelm there, that's not good either, but you people have a few things. Plutomania there needs to go for sure, but didn't I have, in Kraken Hunger, that's for sure. Since L isn't in here, we're going to get rid of Plutomania. I know that's a big cost, but that's what we're going to do. So the plan is, like I said, we're going to be going into the Outdated Doomwheel here in the Warpstone mines. I'm going to be using Vetra, the Tempest. We're going to be using Legion, the Legion, Celeste, the Herald, and Sophia and Riggle, the Gunwitch. So we're going to see how this goes. So it's a little bit of a weird group again. The main thing is Legion is our biggest damage dealer. He has very poor accuracy, kind of like the Leper, but he gets plus accuracy versus marked and stunned. The Gunwitch can mark. She can also buff people, so on non-lethal attack, plus damage to all enemies. And then I have a little trinket, two trinkets on her that actually matter that I'll go over in a bit, but she can mark, so the Legion gets plus accuracy. Celeste here can also stun, where is it? Temporal crystals here, but it doesn't have a very good chance, so I'm not counting on it too much. Vetra's our healer once again, and a little bit of a buffer, just crit multiplier, things like that, and she's also going to have her riposte. That's also the same thing, amplify. I forgot about that. Celeste also has guard ally, which riposte and gives herself a block. I'm not sure if the on riposte gives her a block, because it says a 5% chance. That's something I'm going to have to figure out in combat. She also has calming crystals for herself, de-stressing herself, and she has a heal. That's also a restoration that also restores herself. So that'll be interesting to kind of play around with. Now, the thing about the stuff I have on the Gunwitch. First of all, I have the preserved eyes, so I'm not using broomstick, but it says on monster kill, gain Gunwitch trinket, 8% chance. I'm assuming that just means if I defeat someone with the Gunwitch, I have an 8% chance of getting a Gunwitch trinket. I don't know what rarity that can go up to. I don't know if that means all rarities or what. That's what I'm assuming. The second part is I have the Fate Grenade. So while it has plus debuff chance, and it does minus damage on the Cauldron Motor, also makes it so the Cauldron Motor can be used at like all times, because if I remember correctly, the Cauldron Motor has like no accuracy until you buff it with another skill. So there you go. I can just use it off the get-go. It just has minus accuracy. Let's get to it. Let's see what happens. Do plan on having this torchless, but we'll see. So it says the Doomwheel is very sensitive to light. So unless this has been changed on me too, because if you can't tell, a lot of the stuff, I should say not some, a lot of the stuff it seems has been changed since the last time I've gone through Vermintide. So I'm not sure about this. So I could very well be going in basically blind again. So spoilers, if you want to skip this part, just skip. There's timestamps down below, and it'll take you straight to the dungeon. But from my experience with the last time I fought the Doomwheels, there was like two different ways of fighting him. You can fight him with the lights on, and he has a higher accuracy, and so that way he'll do more damage. I think, and if he does damage to you, I think he has a chance of bleeding you, but he does a lot more damage and a lot higher accuracy. If you fight him with the lights off, he has a horrible chance of hitting you. But if he hits you, he does horror or stress damage or something like that. I think that was a trade-off. And the thing about the light is he will spawn a enemy in the back, and I think he can actually push the enemy to the front. It's kind of funny. That just keeps spawning light, but you can turn the light off whenever you want. So that's why I'm having torches with me. I plan on this being torchless to lower his accuracy. However, we'll find out. I don't know if this has changed. That's how I remember it working, at least.
A marvel of technology.
Okay.
An engine of destruction. The war machine is close.
Oh, that's evil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know which way it is. My gut's telling me it's up. And I genuinely do not know why her health bar is green. That might just be a thing from, you know, the person who created her. But we're going to test some stuff out on the way to the Doomwheel, it seems. So I am going to get Amplify going for the riposte, up our critical modifier. I am going to mark the Striker, because screw him. Screw the Striker.
Obliterated.
Leaves no corpses. Can't Black Hunger it. Oh, I am curious. I don't remember this one. 7 accuracy and 7 crit if HP below 50%. Okay. So I'm going to try to stun the Globadier. Crystal Husk Body. Gonna figure out what that does in a moment. Okay, he has the good whistle, not the bad whistle. Does not say what that does, but it does not say what that does. Gotcha. Alright, so we're going to put feed. Do I even want to do that? Nah, screw it. Phaser, can we take him out? No. Alright, up your crit. Up your speed. There's that armor piercing, not crit, my bad. I do want to try out the Cauldron. So I have like a 95% chance of hitting anyone. Let's try to take out the Halberdier. Bad chance to hit, but we'll take it.
Continue the onslaught.
Oh, first time getting hit by double axe. That hurts.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Okay, this is why we have this. Oh, that's a cool light. When it's not all over the screen. I did want to take him out with the Cauldron motor. Let's see if that's possible. Owie. Well, at least his health is lower. Cauldron motor. Really? Oh, we're a bit closer. We can keep healing, right? And that's why I actually got energized. Healing for 4 health around. We're just gonna Tearing Shadows with you. I mean, that was my preferred target. I did forget that I had the Reflect Stone on her, though.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Yeah, at least we got Warpstone. I did want to stock up on that. Ooh. Now, do I go for the gems? Or do I get mutated on Celeste, getting her more health but more stress? Because she has the protective guard thing. And ways to mitigate the stress. We're getting mutated. We're getting mutated. Or at least we were trying. Anyway, scouted. I'll take the torch. I mean, I might need it. I shouldn't have torched up there. That's mainly for getting through the blockages and stuff like that, or interacting. Damage intel can't, protection intel can't. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, they are surprised. We are going to do Amplify. You know, that's a good chance of taking one out, or this is a horrible chance of taking one out. Alright, we'll go with the Clan Rat Striker. I mean, there's a 3 and 4. There's a good chance. There's a good chance. Alright, let's get started on one in the back. And debuff resistance and damage down at least, yeah. I do want to try this. So now she has a riposte.
Press this advantage.
Oh.
Give them no quarter.
So I can get a bullet from that. So let's bullet craft. Let's do phaser. No. Feedback loop again, just in case. Then we're gonna take the gamble again.
Eradicated.
This is gonna hurt. Oh. Now that it's reflected me once, it's like every time it's gonna do that now. I'm just waiting. So that would have been straight to death's door. Alright, let's try to stun the guy who's guarding. That way I can go straight at him with Cauldron Motor. Heal our Legion. You're going to go at the stunned one and have a higher accuracy.
Annihilated.
And kerboom. Probably should have used the bullet there.
As the fiend falls,
I mean, that works.
a faint hope blossoms.
Got the survival guide. That might not be the worst thing in the world. I was wondering what to put on there, so... Didn't get a bullet. I will take the sapphire over the jade. I do need some of these supplies, and I will take the jade over the money. Let's go. Okay, burn this for stuff, hoping to get some Warpstone, and no. Okay. Potion of concentration. You know it's bad if Boudica is complaining. Feels like my heart was beating into my eyes, and she's used to adrenaline. So I can't take these back with me into the Hamlet, but these are good. I just don't want to give up something here. I can't remember how many battles these are for. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a potential... Actually, these are only for 2 battles, aren't they? Screw it. Yeah, accuracy for 2 battles. That'll help out, at least getting to the thing, if it's even here. Oh, no. Okay. I mean, at least it's not the worst in the world for Vetra. She can go anywhere. What I can do here is Tomahawk, hoping to hit a Wolfret. I almost did enough. You're going to Protective Guard. Just while the Gunwitch gets in place, because things are not as they should be. You go kaboom. And you're going to pass. I probably should have moved forward, but eh. Back by 2. Kerbonk. And then reflect. Okay, let's try this again. We're gonna phaser. Then you can go forward, and then she's where I need her to be. I do Cauldron Motor, that's not gonna take you out. What I can do is Dark Omen you, so you're marked, I have a higher accuracy. And sucks to be you, Mr. Rat. Oh, I do gotta bleed, though. And we're gonna Devil Axe again. 1 away. Watch my... I was gonna say, watch my luck, he's gonna reflect that now. You know what, we're gonna stun you. I was gonna get rid of him, but then I wanted the Gunwitch to, and then he just attacked me anyway. Oh, man. I am trying to get stuff on the Gunwitch trinket, and it is not working out. Oh, we got rabies. I mean, that one on Vetra actually could work out. Let's feedback loop heal people up. Have Legion here heal us up.
Decimated.
Alright, here goes nothing. I mean, it's an 8% chance. I can't put too much stock into it. I can just hope.
And driven into the mud.
So there's a treasure room up there if I really, really wanted to go for it. But that tells me that the boss is right here. So that's what we're going to do. Feels very weird walking around with torchless after, or almost no torch, and that's not torchless yet. After, you know, how much I've been walking around with torch at, like, full.
Finding the stuff is
There's another portion of concentration. See, here's the thing. I would camp, but I don't want to get rid of this. So let's just give him the accurate... I can't even give him the accuracy anymore. So we'll do that. Probably stupid for doing this. Let's get rid... Alright. Oh, it does tell me what these are worth. 100 each. I never noticed that before. Okay, so what I'm going to do this. 1 round. Oh, that's going to go away in a second. I just wanted to take this back because it's not the greatest, but we're still going to use it. No one needs the food. I only need 4 food. So we're going to do this. And then before I forget, we're going to default party order. Hey!
by foul invention.
Minus speed, and then Vetra's in back. Okay, that's fine. I can move Vetra. Legion getting hit is not great, but I can move Vetra. Because of Vetra moving, we're gonna do this.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Yeah, that's the plan. Then I'm gonna have Celeste do healing this time around. So cleansing crystals heal Legion. There's no reason to have him not be healed. Vetra is gonna do phaser. We're gonna hit one of the rats in the back.
A devastating blow.
Ouch. And it's stunned. Okay, I'm cool with that. Because it wasn't taken out, we get that. I love the right of the third eye. Then I can overwhelm, maybe hit this clan rat halberdier, have a worse chance of hitting the wolf rat, and maybe take them both out.
Executed with impunity.
Yeah, go ahead and eat. Now, actually, might as well just heal. And a cauldron motor. Somehow got a blight off. Oh, that's because I did, right of the third eye. Right.
Another one.
40 crit. That's just insane sometimes with Legion. Oh, finally got an accuracy stone.
Success.
I'm very tempted to put that on him. Just because his accuracy is so poor as is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Doomwheel can actually... You know, I'm committed to this by now, so we'll do that. And I can't get the money. Okay, yeah, we're committed. What's the bleed? I'm recovering more than I'm bleeding. We're fine.
The darkness holds dominion.
Well, party order, put Vetra in front. Okay, trap 50. Excuse me, 110. Dragons like traps. Dragons like traps. Dragons also like loot. Oh, it feels bad leaving the busts. Do I give up the key? Do I give up the key? There's possibly 2, maybe 3 rooms that might have it. And then it's going to give me heirlooms. I need the heirlooms. See if it was worth it. Hey, wolf rat. Ogre rat. Rat ogre. Something. I'm gonna get it right one of these times.
The abyss returns.
Sorry if I keep knocking the mic. My allergies are making my nose itch like hell. Okay, so I don't want to move forward quite yet. So let's feedback loop. So I want Sophia to move back to, then I'll do that. So for now, we're gonna tomahawk, we're gonna hit you. We're gonna try. Actually, we're gonna protect guard Legion because the rat ogre I think can only hit the first 2 rows. I could be mistaken there. Unless he does that. Now you can phaser. Let's hit the halberdier again. Move forward. Stun the halberdier. Nope, but I can motor him now. And then bonk. That's actually not what I wanted to originally do, but that's fine. Amplify.
The horror.
Doubt you're going to stun him.
The ground quakes.
But we did, and now we have a better hit chance. You can just cauldron. I could mark him, I could do some other stuff, but that's fine.
Their cursed
Because Legion has it covered.
Seize
Oh!
this momentum. Push on to the task.
23 backlash damage from that straight to death store. Yeah, I knew I was playing with fire. Owie. Every hit has the potential of just, you're out. Came into contact with a Warpstone battery. Warp Engineer, damage versus Warp Engineered, accuracy versus rat, disarm chance. I mean, that's actually pretty good. It's a really good one. Alright, let's go up. It has less to travel. Really? Okay.
That such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
Let's get our riposte. I really actually would like to get the Rattling Gunner, but let's get the Shield Bearer. Oh!
To the pit.
Okay, protect guard, protect guard, protect guard. This one doesn't have a chance to backlash, so we're gonna do last laugh to get the, because it's a free action and we're already marked, so mark target for later. I love that face. Overwhelm.
Impressive. Destroyed.
That's one way of dealing with it. I wanted Celeste to heal,
Be wary. Triumphant pride.
but Legion had other ideas.
Fall.
No, Legion, you're not a klepto. Okay, there's the boss room.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
So I do want to prevent nighttime ambush. Times is to waste. Prevent nighttime ambush. Ignore stealth. Alright, so this could go well. I can also cure a disease. Interesting. I can get rid of the shovel. Alright. Doomwheel time. I can't eat, but what I can do is I can pop this. That way Legion has accuracy for like the entire fight. That way I don't like have to mark stun for that 15 accuracy. He just has the 15 accuracy. He also has the 20 damage, 10% protection. I can pop the Warpstone if I need it. That's additional speed, 15% damage. Yeah, we're good. Do I want the extra crit on him? No. Alright, so here's a Doomwheel. So Doomwheel is sensitive to lights. The brighter, the more accurate the charge. The darker, the more your heroes get terrified. So I am still correct about that, I suppose. 25% damage received for the whole battle. Doomwheel is holding its ground. So I am going to right to the third eye on Legion. That way, every time he attacks, he's going to be my main attacker. I deal 3 damage to everything. As long as the target survives, and he's mainly going to be attacking Doomwheel. Let's get Amplify up before I heal, just for the riposte. This is a little... oh, I can mark. It's probably a bad idea, but more accuracy. And we're gonna see if this is a bad idea. 17 crit. Oh! So 20 damage total. And that's gonna summon his Torch Friend. So, I would protect Legion here with protective shells. However, Death's Store. Yeah, I knew, I thought I remembered the blight. So it's overheated. We're going to drop the lights again.
Darkness closes in.
I'm going to cauldron motor the one in back. It's bladed for 2. I need 1 damage on it. Anti-venom. Okay, how do I want to do this? If I feedback loop on Vetra, I have a better chance at next few turns taking out the torchbearer and then healing everyone. I think that's what I want to do. But for now, I can't even tomahawk it. Let's keep it marked. And go all in again. Oh yeah, that takes him out. Okay. Yay, no attack. Or no hit. Rat's coming out.
Festering fear.
Yeah, because it keeps doing that stress move there. Alright, so we're gonna guard Legion actually. And now she has the riposte as well. Haha. So phaser. Let's hit the torchbearer. Also brought him up front. Haha. Going to cauldron motor him, hopefully bringing him down. Chance at getting trinket maybe. Calming crystal her just to get stress down. She might be more useful later on.
Gnawing uncertainty.
Hey Legion buddy.
The birthplace of
Last laugh. And give her a smackaroo.
precision.
1 health.
Power.
And guess what? Zappy zap. It was the last laugh.
Lies has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination.
I do gotta get rid of...
Virtue.
I guess I can get rid of the anti-venom for the money. But what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna camp. So I do have a nighttime ambush thing. We're gonna
Kindling.
eat till we're full.
Goal without hope.
One thing I did want to check is, does anyone have a better nighttime ambush than that? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So time is to waste. We're not going to get ambushed. Big thing in here, because it's 100% nighttime ambush. So then, reinforced crystals is actually really good. I never realized she had something like that. So she has damage reflection on top of damage reflection. I'm going to try to cure rabies, which did not happen. And I can't use it again. That was the whole reason I did this. And then it doesn't look like I can de-stress any other way. It's just minus stress percents. So let's rest. Reminds me of that time of the wheel, just without all the spiders. Yeah, it's rats instead. Alright, so we did get him down. Wasn't too bad. Few sketchy things with Legion. That was the first time his attack backfired on me. And a few more times. That could have been really bad. So we did get the Deathblow Hologogs, which is for the Uncrown. It's a Vermintide trinket. Ignore stealth plus crit versus stealth, minus accuracy if torch above 50, plus accuracy if torch below 50 though. Plus scouting chance if torch below 20, minus chance party surprise if torch below 20. So it's really nice. Especially on the Uncrowned. Got about 6,000 gold, a bunch of heirlooms, which is something I'm collecting. Vetra did get rabies, which we're going to get off. Restless Conscience, which is minus accuracy plus stress, but I don't use her necessarily for attacking. It's all of her utility. Sophia Nurigle's got Fear of Beasts. And Vetra did hit level 3, so she's another one on the roster that I might not use for a while.
I remember days when the sun
Okay, and then Vermintide quest continues.
from the tavern.
So Vermintide, plot quest explore the old sewers. Our recent mission against Doomwheel has aggravated the rats. No time to rejoice victory. Countless rats are emerging from the shadows to pillage the hamlet. 2 arms, heroes. So this is where the Vermintide quest splits. I can keep going into the Vermintide, getting more quests there. Or I can go into the Hamlet version of the Vermintide and do that quest, which is awesome. But what I'm going to do first, actually I don't need to de-stress anyone, but Vetra is no longer available to me right now. Legion is a klepto, and we're getting that off before that goes anywhere, and Vetra, rabies go away. So, with that being said, actually, before I do anything, let's check this out. I do want the Foreigner. I do want the Falconer. The Falconer had a rework done by Cerebral, and that's the one I'm using. That's also what kind of changed the Marked by the Flock mechanics, so that's that. And the Practitioner is another one that's kind of like the Anti. That gets you a lot of money. So I'm probably going to be using him, and he also has the Fire Patch on him, so he's going to be a lot different. So I'm not sure how I'm going to use him quite yet. However, that being said, I would really, really like to use the Falconer. There's a few different ways to use the Falconer. The big change that Cerebral's rework did was it changed. The closest comparison I can make is there is a skill on the Magician that changes tactics. So like tactics 1 effect does something, tactics 2 effect does something. Falconer used to have that. Instead, that's a free action now that kind of takes like the equivalent of the move skill now, or like is just a free, it doesn't take up a skill. And instead, Heavy Barrage Reposition was added as a skill. So you don't have to worry about taking that as a skill to like say, do you want quick shot or do you want crippling shot? And to be able to switch in between, you don't have to choose anymore. My favorite was always to go into a flank gouge type build. Now heavy barrage is a huge thing, and repositioning for free. So she is really good against bleeding targets, is her huge thing. So let's get her damage versus bleeding. And everything she does, I believe, is ranged. Actually, not flank gouge. Okay, never mind. I retract that statement, but I'm going to give her plus accuracy then. Where'd she go? I want to make sure the plan I have with her is going to work. But we are going to go do this just because it's a really cool cutscene. Yeah, as rogue extra action. Okay, cool. So that's going to work. Then I just need people that are going to do bleeding, so we're going to take Rotlinski. I'll take Rex. Who can do bleeding from row 4? I mean, I know I can move Rotlinski, but then he can't do something else I want him to do. Actually, I should probably have a healer. And that's what I should be looking for. So for now, Joan, you know what, let's go with Rosemary as a healer. So this is what we'll do. Still can't believe I don't have a few trinkets. So let's get to it. The plan here is Rex is one of our main damage healers, and he's also going to be doing a lot of bleed. He has Deep Stinger on him to up bleed chance, and he has the Crocodilian's Teeth to up bleed chance. Rotlinski is going to be buffing and bleeding everyone. He also has the pre-digestive acids to lower bleed resistance. I'm mainly going to be using Perilous Grounds to bleed everyone off the get-go, and after that just buffing damage. Rosemary is our healer. She has Blight as her main damage. I don't plan on using that much. The big thing here on the Falconer is Flank Gouge has 80% damage if stealthed and 80% damage versus bleeding. Now, she can stealth herself, and that can be, done turn 1 or in multiple ways. Mainly via Bearded Cry, but also can be done via Bleeding Escape if I need it to be. Then, so she'll have 160% damage by turn 2. Then she just goes into Gouge, dealing excessive damage, and then plus damage versus bleeding with Bloody Feather. I can also reposition her with this if I need her to, so we'll just see what happens. I do believe that there's a cutscene in this too, which is kind of why I was going to do this over anything else. I believe there's a lot of blight down there, so we'll see. Yep, cutscene. I wonder how much this took to do.
Deep under the world jitter and plan. Watching. Waiting. When they emerge, it is a nightmare vision. The Skaven, a ravenous horde of verminous ragmen. They gnaw at the roots of the world like an infected wound. They mean to rule over ruins, for such is the will of their god, the great horned rat.
It is really cool. Sewers are filled with gutter runners and plague monks. Be careful. The gutter runners are the ones that I think are the assassins that I'm thinking of. The higher your light, the more of a chance they have of appearing, and they do like bleed. Plague monks have excessive repose. That's the first thing they do.
There is corruption.
It can be nasty.
It bears a form both wretched and malevolent.
Gonna take the damage here on Maya. I didn't find an actual name for the Falconer, so I just named her myself. So the Plague Monks here are going to be riposte. That's going to be their turn 1. We're going to do free action here on... Plague Monks here are going to, turn 1, I believe, activate a riposte. Then they're going to... I think one of them just does damage. The other does... might do a blight. And then the Plague Monk Striker on its normal attacks can stun. The Plague Sensors here, one of them, as you can see, it's this one here. On riposte target attack, on riposte target is going to blight me, and then riposte self blight itself, so that's why it has so much health. And if it gets to the front, it does massive amount of blight. The Sensor Keeper is going to keep me from healing once it does its first action. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. I want Maya to be in rogue mode. Then Spirited Cry. Just gonna stealth her for 3 rounds, and then plus crit if stealthed. There we go. No one's hurt, so we're going straight to Celestial Javelin, blighting the Plague Monk, or Plague Crawler. It's blighted for 9. Yeah, on riposte, blight for 4. It's not the nicest thing. And minus 200% healing done. Oh, they both do that. I thought only one would blight me on riposte. They can all bleed though, which is a big thing I need here. So now he's bladed for 6. That's not great. We're going to Bloody Ambition, because that'll probably take out whoever hits him, and then he has the Aegis. I can't cure the blight, but I can pretty much counteract the effects. Then Flank Gouge, 11 to 18 with a 27% crit. That did not take much setup at all. Let's go for the Striker. Now he's gonna bleed out. That was a minimum hit there. Then let's do. They have any dodge? They do not. So let's up our damage, up our speed. Cut off flesh skin. And yet it does blight. Something about that seems wrong. Anyway, 16, 17. If I do Biting Blade and go forward, the Plague Crawler should go out on its next turn.
The slow death, unforeseen. unforgiving.
Ah, hell. It's got 23 blight, it still goes down. I'm gonna use some of this. Heal yourself. Then Common's Kindness and heal Rotlinski. We're gonna double up on this, going at the Plague Monk.
Their formation is
Minimum hit again, but that's fine.
the offensive.
And then let's do no, not Stranglethorn, Perilous Ground. Just keep that bleed up.
Slowly.
Now I can hit him with anything.
This is how a life is taken.
And we're gonna do just that. So, whack.
Eradicated.
Taking everything, moving on along. I'm just gonna eat that blight, and that one I'm not. That's gonna be 8 damage on Rosemary. That's not fun. Trap is a 70, that's an 80, that's 100. Rotlinski, you're up. I don't feel like that extra fight right there. Alright. Night Runner. 15 dodge, 8 speed, that's a little nasty.
Festering fear.
Bleed and horror with that hit. That might be a stun. Okay. So, clear stun. Actually, I'm just gonna go for damage here, and let's get the Striker. Now he's bladed. Still need to Perilous Ground and bleed all of them. Get that started. Did not get the sensor, that's fine. It's the other rats I want right now. If I were to do this, it would take out the Night Runner.
Executed with impunity.
It's Teeth Rake and pull the Sensor Keeper. It's got a pretty hefty bleed on it. It goes next turn. Going to go at the Sensor Keeper.
Destroyed.
Halberdier. It bleeds and blights out. Stranglethorn. Nice. And then just to take you out.
Obliterated.
Taking what I can. The full
Success
party order.
Clearly in view. Or is it
That is the full
really
party order. What am I thinking? Alright, going down. Don't think anyone here gets bonuses going into items, so crate. Going down to the curio. More heirlooms. Why are there so many heirlooms including deeds in the ancestors' sewers? What was he trying to hide? I wonder what I'd get for...
a handsome room?
Yeah, I'd still probably prefer what I got from, Cure Blight and Bleed. Interesting. Just normally going through that, but alright, cool.
It's much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
Up we go. So then we go here, go left, go down. We've pretty much got everything. Night Runner is going to go first. Actually, I was really expecting him to go first, but guess not. Resisted the bleed, I like that.
Gnawing uncertainty.
Can I just get him? There's not a good chance of just getting him. I do like the fact that I stay in Ranger or Rogue mode now. So let's do this so I get extra damage from being stealth, because none of them are bleeding right now. Gonna do this, heal Rotlinski. And then we're just going to do what we can here. I'm actually gonna try to just damage the sensor keeper here before I do peerless grounds, bleeding all of them. Because now I do extra damage versus all of them.
Diminished.
You can take out the Night Runner.
Another one falls.
Really take out the Night Runner. Another tooth for the necklace. I mean, do you really want rat teeth? I'd take his weapon. That was a nice looking weapon. I can't heal. So,
The ground quakes.
let him go down that way. Then let's hit the... Do I really have to do that? I guess let's get the damage on the crawler. And then let's just get more damage on the crawler. That should be everything I need to take him down, unless he gets healed, which is not.
Inches.
Then I'm gonna do Peerless Ground, bleeding on both. I was really hoping that would be enough to take out the shield bearer, but between a few rounds, but I guess not. I do have enough to just take him out. That's fine. So I can heal Rex. I'm going for it, because I can't do anything else with Rosemary. Up damage. Bada bing.
Annihilated.
More than his full health right there. Somehow that healed him, but it did mark him, so.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope.
Alright, there is a curio right here that we're gonna take. And then there's 2 more fights. Rotlinski, you do you, disarm trap, de-stress yourself, because that's really gonna help. We're gonna go up. I'm just gonna do the rest of this. There's not much, and there's chance at more loot. Now the glob of deer there I want down. So let's peerless. Get everyone I can bleeding. Take out what I can here. So 1 down. Just throw the javelin into him. Figured he'd do this. Not high damage, but it is the blight, so I do have anti-venoms for that. Or I do have the basic medical supplies, which I can't use now because of the sensor keeper, but maybe after. Trifuricate, let's take him out. That worked. Alright, anti-venom. Hopefully this doesn't hurt too much. Get bleed on the Leg Monk Striker. Alright, I still can't heal. So there you go.
Give them no quarter.
Surprised he can hit row 4 with those small maces. Is he just that fast that he can rush it?
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Yeah, pop this. Not sure if that would have sold for more if it wouldn't have done anything, but, you know, whatever. And then there's curios and possibly loot in this fight. Just for the gigglies. Just for the gigglies. Let's see what we can do. You're gonna need to heal Rotlinski. Figured this was coming. Not gonna be able to heal. Not that it's gonna be probably too big of a deal. As long as I bleed one person in the first 2 rows, I'm good. Let's probably take you out, actually. I actually thought it would take you out, but that's fine. 9 to 14 damage before I go in stealth. So 1 down, 1 bleeding. For 1. It's not much, but it's something, right? So what we're gonna do is this as a just in case. Then this. If we bleed him, he goes down.
Power. Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And pop.
Foolish horrors. Brought low.
And that should be everything. Alrighty. Yeah, I think I like the Falconer. I mean, I always like the Falconer doing gouge, but the new Falconer does a lot of damage if you set her up. She always did, but it's a little more fun now. So we got 8,000 gold for deeds, the heavy boots, which have uses now, a lot of uses if you use them right, and a few more deeds, or heirlooms, not just deeds. Rex is still level 2. Rosemary can't get diseases, so that's not a thing. Robust and enlightened on Rex, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Nervous and natural eye, and Rotlinski does have a lot of range attacks, so that's actually pretty good, and Cove Tactician for Rosemary.
All my life I could feel an insistent...
Oh, the Vagabond Friar stuff is starting up. Alright.
A yearning, a thirst for discovery that could be neither numbed nor sated.
The Vagabond Friar, minus 20% stress on next quest. Fortune smiles on us today, as a venerated member of the Mendicant Order has arrived to aid on our ailing Hamlet. He has begun dispensing blessings to any who ask, and all are invited to meditate alongside him in the Abbey. Yeah, what could go wrong? So those two are getting stress relief. So on Josephine, we're going to get rid of Hyromania. I know that's expensive as hell, but it'll be good. And on Joan, we're going to get rid of just... I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But I'm figuring those are both ones that are force interactions as well. It doesn't look like anyone new in the stagecoach, so that's fine. We're kind of getting a little full up here. Although that being said, I only need 1 more. I'll just do the trade. So now our hero barracks goes up to 85. That's the max it's going to go.
In the mud and rain.
The next quest is actually a boss for that area. We will be going back to it later, but now the Plague Priest is there. That's kind of what we found from venturing in there. And it does get us a really good trinket for the Anointed. The Desecrated Bandana for the Anointed, minus 33% Blight Resistance, and Admonish does minus 66 Blight to Mount. And you might be going, well, he doesn't have Blight to Mount. It's because of the rest of the stuff on this. On hit attack, 3 Blight for 3 rounds. On crit, Party Blight. On being hit anytime he's hit, because half of his stuff marks him as well. He blights the enemy party, so like anything he does blights the enemies. Now, the wickedness leaves nothing untarnished, so I really want to go get this. I'll probably be doing the Plague Priest in the next episode, I just need to figure out how I'm going to be doing that, because there's two ways of fighting him, and I don't like either. I'd rather do one of them if I can swing it. I just genuinely actually don't know if anyone in my party can do the strategy I know about. So I'm gonna have to look through like really thoroughly, whether it be trinkets or skill with someone that I have at the appropriate level, because I genuinely don't know if I can do the Plague Priest in the way I'm thinking, and I'll explain that in the next episode. And if not, it's going to be a damage race while I have a character down. And if you know, you know. And then that doesn't mean I'm going to have a dead character necessarily, but I'm going to be a character down. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. I can't promise I'm gonna win it. I can't promise that I'm even gonna get to him. It can get really hairy. I can't promise how long the fight's gonna go. So I don't know if I'm only gonna do his fight or if I'm gonna do multiple things. So we'll see. That'll be it for this time though. So it really helps out the channel if you like the video, if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.